Hello, Fennemore. Welcome to the 2022 State of the Firm meeting. I want to say a big shout out to the 300 of you all on Zoom at one time. This is our biggest meeting of all time. Can I get a thumbs up and a raising of the roof if you can hear me? All right. You know the ground rules. You've done this enough. We're going to say it again, though. Please turn your cameras on if they are not on now. If your microphone's on, though, turn that off. We love you, but we don't want to hear you until you raise your hand or we call on you. If that happens, but we've got a lot in store today. It's going to be a lot of fun. One more rule. We need to have your actual name on the Zoom account. We're going to have some games. This is our big celebration of the year. So if your name is not in your Zoom account, you don't have a chance to win a prize. Well, you know, this is something, a tradition we have at the firm. And last year, I tried to have a good time with it. You may remember this spinning wheel right here. I thought this was pretty creative. I thought, wow, this is a good time. But I've got to be honest, I got an email from a lawyer. Sometimes lawyers can point out faults. It happens every once in a while and say, yeah, James, that spinning wheel was okay. But next year, you need to up the game. You got to go big or go home. Well, I can tell you, we are certainly not going home. Want proof of that? We'll take a look. Lindsay, show everyone how we do it at Fennemore.
Hey, Fennemore's! So this is how we do it in 2022. Welcome everyone to the 2022 State of the Firm All Hands Celebration. I'm Lindsay Moellenberndt, the firm's Chief Business Development and Marketing Officer. And before we kick things off, I want to do just a little reflection and look back to the month of November. In November, we had part of our Operation One initiative. We invited everybody to submit some Jersey Day photos, as well as their best celebration dances. Well, I know everybody is not surprised to hear this. We had some phenomenal submittals. So with that, I want to go ahead and take a look at some of those videos that we received. So let's roll the tapes. Well, I think we have two key takeaways from those videos. Number one, we have phenomenal surveillance video footage coming from our Phoenix office. And number two, our Oakland office, man, they've got spirit. Yes, they do. Now my question is, how about you? So let's go ahead and take a look at our Zoom screens. I want to see everybody that's in the office or working remote. I want to see what you have. So give us your best celebration dance moves. So let's go ahead and pull it up on the screen. Let's see what you guys have got. Let's see those dance moves. What kind of dance moves? Oh, come on. All right, nobody on this screen. Let's look. June Monroe. Let's go ahead and pull her up on the screen. June, let's see it. Woo! All right, you guys. Well, I've got some good news. June Monroe, those dance moves just earned you a spot to play the first game that we have in store. So, game number one today is Plinko. And our first contestant is Mr. Mike Schaffner from the help desk who submitted that surveillance video footage. Mike!
Thanks. Yeah, June got banned on TikTok, so we had to improvise. So this was a nice collaborative effort here. She streams live twice a day.
All right, Mike. So we introduced who you are. You work out of the Phoenix office, but my other question for you is, what's your favorite game show?
Classic Concentration.
Ooh, Classic Concentration, a good one. Well, our first game of the day is Plinko. So each contestant will have the opportunity to draw 3 Plinko chips, and the dollar amount it lands on in total, that's how much cash they're walking away with today. So, Mike, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Oh, here it goes. 40!
Yeah.
One more. Here we go. Last one. Here with $110. Round of applause for Mike Schaffner. All right, our next contestant is Gina. Gina comes in all the way from Oakland, California. Gina, welcome to the game show. All right, Gina, introduce who you are, what you do, where you're from, and what's your favorite game show?
My favorite game show is Jeopardy! I'm Gina Moellenberndt from the Oakland office. I'm the operations manager and C-team liaison.
Wonderful. Well, let's see how much cash you're going home with today. Come on, Gina. Oh! Hey! Here we go. Let's see how much. Oh! Wow, Gina's going home with $130. Congratulations, Gina. All right. And our last contestant, June, welcome to the stage. Would you mind unmuting yourself, sharing a little bit about who you are, what you do, and what's your favorite game show? All right, let's try the audio one more time. June, can you hear us? Can we hear you? All right, chat. June, let's put it in the chat. We'll put it in the chat. All right, now, here's the deal. We have 3 Plinko chips for you. Because we can't hear you, I'm gonna ask you to use your fingers. We can do it number 1 through 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. You tell me. Number 5, here we go. June. Oh, I think it landed on. Oh, good. There's a 40. All right. Now, number 1 through 7, June, which one would you like to go with? Number 2. All right, here we go. 10. All right. And last one, June. 6. Here we go. Number 6. Oh, 30. All right. Congratulations. You're going home with $80. Now, hey, here's the deal. As much as we want to continue having lots of fun and playing all these games, we do have a little bit of business to cover. So here to cover our state of the firm is Fennemore CEO, James Goodnow.
All right, thank you, Lindsay. This is a lot of fun. Are people having a good time? I just want to say, I did not pick that music, but hey, all right, it gets us going where we need to, which is we're going to talk about Fennemore and where we are. Yes, we want to have fun, but we also need to talk about where we're going. So first, I want you to rewind to the beginning of this year. Where were you? If you were on January 1st, actually lucid and awake, maybe you remember what you were thinking. I would bet that one of those thoughts was not, hey, this year I'm going to be working at a firm with 500 legal professionals in 15 offices across 4 states, yet here we are. It has been a big year of change at the firm, and it's been a big year of change for the world. If you look at the economy, we've seen all sorts of crazy things happening. Record inflation, tight labor markets, roller coaster stock markets, and then right here in our own backyard when it comes to the legal world, we've seen intense competition, the likes of which we haven't seen in recent memory. We have alternative providers trying to take our work. We have big mega law firms. We have big 4 accounting firms. And you know what they're trying to do? They are trying to steal our clients. They're trying to steal our clients. Do we want that to happen? No, well, you heard that right there. We definitely don't want that to happen. So it's important that we stay ahead of this. And that requires a lot of change on our part. Because if we don't change, we might end up like my friend right here. He's not feeling so hot right now. But the truth is, change isn't easy, right? We get comfortable, we get into patterns, but we've been forced to change. And I've got to say, every single person on this Zoom line has stepped up to the plate. And with that, my fellow Fennemoids, it gives me great pleasure to say that the state of the firm is strong. It's strong. I'm talking Cheryl Mostrom-Cecil with Barbell Strong, Dan Rappaport with big old veins popping out of his arm strong, And that baby right there, that's not just any baby. That is actually a baby photo of management committee member Todd Karchner when he was young. Yeah, he's a power lifter. Okay, that may or may not be true, but the firm is strong. Well, James, you say, what proof do you have of this? You can say that and show some funny pictures, but how do we know the firm is strong? Well, I have some news for you, hot off the presses. For the second year in a row, Fennemore is #1 in terms of growth. We're the fastest growing law firm in the country, 2 years running. We're the #1 firm for retention, and we're the #1 firm for job satisfaction in our markets. And that feels pretty good. What do you think? Feels pretty good. But it hasn't been easy getting here. Let's just recap this year. Let's level set and talk about the year for a second. I mentioned the economic turbulence. We've seen that. I just want to underscore one point. Some of you have seen this already. But this is what's happening in the legal world. This is a graphic of the demand for legal services, which has been going down. That means we have to be scrappier. We have to be more aggressive, and we have to fight for every single client and every new matter we get. And you all have done that by keeping your eye on the ball, not like this, but more like this. You've done a tremendous job, and part of the way we've done this is by positioning the firm for the future through growth. If you are joining us from one of the many firms we combined with, whether that's Gresham Savage in Southern California, Wendell Rosen in Northern California, or Rin and Janowski, where June Monroe, who we couldn't hear, is from in Orange County, we've experienced a lot of change. We've had a lot of laterals coming on board this year as well. In fact, the firm has almost doubled in size in 1 year, which is pretty remarkable. It's a great achievement, and we're proud of it. What do you think, people? We have a lot more great colleagues. But I often get the question, James, why are we growing? What is this about? There are many reasons for it, but at the core, it's about stability and strength. We're diversified right now. We're diversified by practice area, by sector, by industries that we serve, and by geography. So if you have one area that goes down a little bit, odds are we have another that is going up. And that makes us ready for the future. Now, the way we're working is a little bit different. I'm going to bet good money that most of you watching right now are doing it from home. We've completely rethought the way that we work, and that's a pretty massive undertaking if you think about it. Now, I'm not here to say that we haven't had some bumps along the way. We certainly have, and we're still trying to make it better. But we have folks not only in the 4 states where we have offices and the 15 cities, but we have them in a dozen other states. We have people in Massachusetts, in Oregon, and New Mexico, and we're able to get some of the most talented people in the country here at Fennemore, which is a wonderful thing. We've also maintained business discipline. Now, this is hard to do sometimes. If you look to your department heads or practice group leaders or office managing partners, they're always trying to make the right decisions. And one thing they all hate doing is saying no. But sometimes you have to be judicious with spend. And although that may not feel good short term, in the long term, it makes us a healthier organization. And you can just look to the headlines where you've all seen some firms making some pretty drastic decisions lately that we're not making at Fennemore because we have that level of discipline. Fennemore, though, is at the core about our team members, and we have some great ones here. One particular area I'd like to spotlight is our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Council, which has been led by the wonderful Ann Morgan there on your screen from our Reno office. Now, Ann has authorized me to share that she is retiring soon. It is very sad. We're going to miss Ann. She's done a tremendous job leading the DEI Council. But as much as we'll miss her, she moves on to the next chapter of her life. We're very excited to welcome our new leadership. And I'm happy to announce that Travis Pacheco will be joining as our new Chief Diversity Officer, and Catherine Cow from Northern California will be joining as Chair of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Council. This is a dynamite team. They're going to do a tremendous job. We're very, very excited about what we have in store for 2023. So a big high five to all of you on Zoom. A big high five to everyone here in the room. This is good stuff, but what do we actually have on deck for 2023? Well, we have a new strategic plan that's being rolled out. You'll see it soon. I want to highlight just a few parts, the top 5 areas that you may want to look for coming up in the next year. The core of it is about team. It's about all of you. But let's talk about this here. Number 5, it's not a crying baby. This is really how sometimes it feels, though, when we bring big organizations together and you join with different systems, workflows, processes. It's hard. It's hard, and we hear you who are experiencing that change. So that's why we have a commitment to continuing to work on integration in 2023, learning the best practices from all of you, and making it a better experience. We know it's challenging, but I know it's going to get better. So thank you all for your patience, and we have some new systems we're rolling out soon to help with that. Number 4, Fennemore's going green. We're going green. We have a new sustainability initiative we're launching. Todd Karchner, our weightlifter, is going to help lead that. We're really taking a cue from our great colleagues in Northern California who've been leaders in the country on this front, and we want to bring that to all of us at Fennemore. Number 3, innovation. We've got to stay a step ahead of the competition. And we all do that in informal ways, but really you have to think about this systematically to decide where you're going, what's ahead. And we have a great new program that will include team members from all of our offices, different positions in the firm, looking at ways we can outpace other law firms. David McCarville is going to help us lead that, so stay tuned for more. Number 2, clients. We can't have a top 5 list without talking about the people we serve. At the end of the day, they're the ones that keep us in business, and they're what really this is all about when it comes to a law firm. So we're going to have some new initiatives we're launching where we're going to talk more to our clients. We're going to listen to them, both the good and the bad. So when it's bad, we'll make it better. If it's good, we're going to do more of it. We're also going to rethink the way we structure our firm to try and make it more client-centric. We have our great practice groups, of course, but we have a new way of approaching this where we look at industries. We've experimented with this in 2022 when it comes to agribusiness. It's been a big success. We think we can do a better job for clients and get more business that way. So more industry groups coming this year. But number 1, it's about the super people at the firm, and that's all of you. We could not do this without your efforts, without the extraordinary work you put in every single day. And that's why we're going to be launching half a dozen programs that are focused on everything from leadership training and professional development and internal promotions and career advancement, all to show that we're grateful for the investment you make in Fennemore by giving of your time and your talents, and we want to give some of that back to you. So this is something that will be a major emphasis for the firm next year. Speaking of great people, we have a few people that are celebrating milestone anniversaries with the firm on your screen in this horrible collage that yours truly put together. But I wish we had time to say thank you to all of them. We can't, but please, if you see anyone on your screen, give them a high five, give them an air hug, and thank them for everything they've done. These are people who spent 5, 10, 15, 25 plus years at the firm doing great legal work. Speaking of great work, we have some department reports we want to give you. This is the high level, but let's drill down a little bit deeper. We're going to start with Dave Bassick. Dave, let's talk about finance.
James. Can you hear me?
We got you.
Great to see everybody. So a few weeks ago, we brought all of our finance team in together in the Phoenix office. People came in from San Bernardino, Fresno, Oakland, Denver. I think I'm missing one. We have so many new offices. And several from the Phoenix office that I have not seen in a long time. It was one of the best days that I've had in a long time. We caught up personally, we caught up professionally. We had refresher training classes on billing and dashboards. And of course, later that evening, we had some drinks together. It was really a great time. It was a great reminder to me that it's the people that I enjoy, and the people and what we're doing together and what we're building is really what I enjoy. And I just wanted to express that before I got into a financial report. So financially, the firm is very healthy. The firm is having a good year. The year similar to the last few years. Obviously, we don't have the massive government infusion of PPP cash that we had last year, but taking that away, we're in line with where we've been the last few years, just having a really good year, very healthy and very stable. I'm more cautious about 23. Everybody knows what's going on in the economy and interest rates, and we're starting to see a little bit of a slowdown in work effort. Not too bad, but we're seeing the initial signs of work effort slow down. So I'm more cautious about next year, but we'll keep an eye on that next year. In terms of this year, we're having a very strong, very healthy year. Dean, take it over.
Dave, thank you. It's really good to see everybody, like Dave said. What a year it's been for sure. Been here for a long time, and I've never seen a year like we had this year. And just like you all, from an enterprise services department's perspective, we never stop. And while this year's really, been a challenge for everyone with all the growth, we are working to keep the offices, services, and technology operating at a high level. We continue to listen and take action on your feedback, and want to sincerely thank all of you for your support and patience this year. System, services, processes, and all the software upgrades that we had planned for this year, some of those will fall to next year. And, again, we will just work to continue to improve our services and the technology that you use. This time of year, I like to reflect back on all that we've done in the past year. And as James pointed out, our firm is really different. It's larger. But for me, when I look back, more importantly, I think even though our firm is larger, it's different because I think we're better now. The growth and change, it doesn't come without its growing pains. We're always looking at ways we can minimize those pains for ourselves and for you. But at the end of every year, though, I want to end the year confident that we made a difference from the enterprise services team and from a C team. Want to make sure that we've adapted, we've grown, we've been flexible, and we keep the culture and vision that makes this place just a great place to be. I am also thankful for all of you, but I'm thankful for management, and I'm thankful for the other C team members that I get to work with. They're remarkable leaders, and what I like is they make me better as well. They make me want to be better. And so kudos to everybody this year. It's been a great year, and I look forward to seeing what we do next year. And now I'm going to pass it over to Cheryl, our awesome and phenomenal Chief People Officer.
Hey, everybody. All this talk about people just makes my eyes and face light up, because one of my favorite things, of course, as the Chief People Officer in People Operations, we get to talk about people a lot, right? But when I bring on new employees and I introduce people to the firm, one of my favorite things to talk about are the people here at Fennemore, because they're so extraordinary, and it's so easy to brag on you, and it's so easy to talk about the excellence among the attorneys and among those that support the delivery of legal services. We had a recent meeting among the HR and People Operations team, similar to what Dave was talking about, and we went through an assessment that was called Strengths Finder, and it was really fun to look at a matrix of everybody's strengths within the group and how they complement each other. And I couldn't help but think about the mosaic of strengths that we have here at the firm, and the incredible knowledge and passion and integrity, and not just professional strengths, but personal strengths. And it makes it so easy to be proud of working at Fennemore. As James said, we had this extraordinary growth, and we had to really focus on how do we support the delivery of growing to 500 employees in 15 offices in 4 states. But you made that happen, and we continue to make our way through some of these pain points, but we're developing new bonds, and we're building a collective future together, building on all of the wonderful history that each of the firms has brought into the combinations. By way of statistics, I thought you might appreciate knowing that the People Operations, Human Resources, Benefits, and Support Operations team brought on and onboarded 98 attorneys this year, 117 staff. And within that group were 40 positions that our staff recruiting team recruited for and brought in, and we wanted to integrate into this amazing firm. As I was preparing my remarks, one of the things I was wondering is, what is kind of the representation of human resources out in the business world? My whole career has been in human resources and benefits, and it's embarrassing to say how long that has been now. But some of the descriptions were fun to read. So human resources, the unofficial psychologist, lawyer, coach, event planner, teacher, detective, peacemaker, career planner. Human resources, someone who will gladly accept your cousin's daughter's roommate's dentist's resume. Human resources, because freaking miracle worker is not a job title. And one of my favorites, you can't spell hero without HR. So I want to recognize the HR benefits support operations superstars. Take a moment, make sure, like James said, you send out some air hugs, you say thank you to this extraordinary team, wonderful, wonderful people who love working with you and love supporting you in the people area. I'm going to take just a minute now, and I'm going to share my screen and talk about, because we're talking about people and we're talking about saying thank you, I want to highlight for you one of the ways that we say thank you to our staff, and that's through a series of bonuses in our bonus structure that are 3 different components. And some of you have heard about some of these, some of you that are new to the firm, maybe not so much. So wanted to take a moment and just introduce you to a couple of things. On the far left is the on-the-spot bonus program. And that's a description here really designed to catch you at a moment when you've gone above and beyond and give you an award, a cash reward that says thank you in that moment. And you have the ability to be nominated by a supervisor. Hey, attorneys, listen up. By a supervisor, by a coworker, a peer, and you actually have the ability to nominate yourself, and any one award you can earn up to $250. On December 2nd, you received your holiday bonus. That's the middle component. And that was based on length of service. And we thank you for being here and sharing your career with us. Last but not least is the annual merit bonus consideration. And that gives us the ability to look back at the performance in the time of the past year, a little bit shorter if you haven't been here a full year, and allocate some of the monies to saying a special thank you where you could have the opportunity to earn up to 2% additional compensation through that merit bonus. So again, we want to take opportunities to say thank you. If you are thinking about an on-the-spot bonus, the link is on Basecamp, very main page on the right-hand side, and we encourage you to bring those nominations forward. Thanks, everyone, and I'll hand it back to James.
Thanks, Cheryl. Freaking miracle worker. That certainly is you, Cheryl, and it's a lot of other people. We have a few other miracle workers who've submitted videos. Pay close attention. One of the greatest videos I've ever seen is coming up. Let's roll the tape. Whoa, holy smokes. That was incredible. Kyle Abraham, your video was okay. Taryn Hall takes the cake. So let's bring them both down here as winners. Stand by because we need one more contestant. Let's get the big screen up and let's pick someone else. So what we want to see here is your best touchdown celebratory dance or a flash dance. Either way, let's go right now. On the screen, come on, let's go. Well, weakness on this page, move. Oh, wait a second, no, stop right there. Go back, Dan Stein in Fresno. Put him up big. Holy smokes. Dan Stein and Cheryl there, Dan. I want to see, one more time, do the dance. Let's see it, that was money. Here we go, oh yeah. Tie and all. All right. Get in positions here. Let's do some introductions. First of all, say hi to everyone on Zoom.
Hello, I'm Kyle Abraham, the Conflicts and Compliance Manager in the Phoenix office. And my favorite game show is Press Your Luck.
Press Your Luck, all right. That's a good one. Give it up for Kyle.
Woo! Kyle!
Taryn. All I can say, oh my goodness, that was incredible. Okay, say hi to everyone, what you do, favorite game show.
All right, my name is Taryn Hall. I am one of the legal administrative assistants in the Denver office. And my favorite game show is Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. I have never heard of that. Okay, that's good. Can you just tell us where the inspiration came for that? That was incredible.
You know, the entire thing happened because I had great help behind the camera.
Okay, well, it was the dancing on the camera that we liked, but all right, Taryn Hall, give it up. Dan Stein. Say hello, the man with the booze and the green
everybody.
tie and the glasses. Say hello, introduce yourself.
How are you? I'm Dan Stein. I'm in Fresno.
You're in Fresno, and what do you do, Dan?
I'm a litigation attorney, and try to do a lot of billable hours and keep us floating.
I like it. He just gets down to business. All right, he's cranking out the hours. Well, good stuff. You're going to help us with something else today, Dan. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have another game where these contestants have a chance to spin the wheel and earn some cash. But I've got to say, listening to Cheryl really inspired me. I felt like, if you're watching this, watching other people win cash is okay. But you know what's a lot better? You winning cash. So this is how it's going to work. When Cheryl talked about the on-the-spot bonus, I couldn't help but think, you know what? Everyone's gone above and beyond this year. It's really true. We've come together with these big organizations, and it's been hard and challenging, and we fought through a lot. So when all of you spin the wheel, you're winning cash for yourselves, but you're also winning cash for people on Zoom, unless you're a lawyer and you get nothing. Sorry, lawyers. But everyone else is going to win some cash. So, Kyle and Abraham, spin for yourself and spin for the folks on Zoom. Here we go. Come on, Kyle.
Big money, big money! Big money!
Here we go. There's that 50. Keep coming. Here we go. Rolling it. Oh!
Close.
Not bad. $30 going to Kyle, going to all of you. Okay. Flash dancer Taryn Hall, come on up. All right, give her a round of applause. Let's do a spin. Here we go. All right. Here we go. All right, give it up for Taryn.
Big money!
We're rolling at 30. What do we have to add? Give us the 50. Oh, it's going. It's coming. Oh, 40.
Yeah.
All right. We are up to $70. Not too shabby. Dan Stein. You got to take a break from the billables. Let's get Dan Stein up on the big screen. There he is. Okay, you're on the little screen. Dan, here's what's going to happen. Taryn's going to help us. You need to tell us, do you want a light spin, a medium spin, or the Hercules spin from Taryn?
Yeah, the Hercules, go hard.
All right. Now, I got to tell you, when we were spinning this before, you spin too hard, there's a good chance this wheel's going to come rolling off. That would kind of be a disaster, so give a good one-handed spin, Taryn. Let's see it. Adding to the $70. Keep it coming, everyone.
Got 50! 50!
Let's go. That was pretty good. That's still spinning. Wow.
Big money, big money!
Taryn has some muscle.
Big money!
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, 10. Dan, you're never doing this again. Sorry, my friend. We're at $80. I don't know about that. What do you think? At Fennemore, we're about doing more. Should we do more spins? All right, Taryn, give us another one. Give a light as a feather. We can't have this wheel spinning forever. Light as a feather. Now, it's light as a feather unless it doesn't go all the way around, to which no one gets anything in that. So. Okay, no, we're not. We're rolling at $80. Okay. $110. One final spin. We're not going to stop there. What do you think? One final spin. Light as a feather. Here we go, everyone. 110. This is going to wrap us up. Here we go. Flash dance. Give us the dance. Give us the dance. There we go. $110 going to everyone at home. Here we go. She's a maniac. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Oh!
40.
$150 going to Taryn and going to all of you on Zoom. That was pretty fantastic. Well, let's take a moment to soak that in and listen to a couple more C-Team reports, starting with Greg Miskulin, Chief Practice Group Officer.
Thanks, James. Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see you all. You know, the theme of the day has kind of been growth, and it's been a fantastic year of growth for the practice groups too. Some of our practice groups literally doubled in size overnight as a result of this year's combinations. Accordingly, I'd like to give a huge thank you to our practice group leaders who've done a great job assimilating the new members, making everyone feel like part of the team, no matter where they're located across the different states that we have. You know, we've already seen attorneys working together to collaborate across offices. It's resulting in new work from existing clients that maybe we otherwise might not have had. So it's been a great evolution. You know, and looking forward to 2023, we're planning to continue to strengthen our practice groups with more cross-selling and collaboration opportunities to cross-pollinate. We're going to build on the success that we've seen in the agribusiness industry group to develop more groups with an industry focus. So it's been a great year, and we've put in a lot of hard work. I'd like to thank all of our attorneys and our staff for their effort this year. It hasn't gone unnoticed. Everyone went above and beyond on multiple occasions. You know, 2022 was a great year, and I know we're all looking forward to carrying that into 2023 and hope it's just as successful. And so from my family to yours, I'd like to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And it's now my pleasure to turn it over to our Chief Talent Officer, Mr. Bob Kramer.
Thank you, Greg. We can all be thankful that I wasn't chosen to dance for anybody. That's a big plus, and it's really hard to follow. Everybody gave me $150. That's pretty incredible. So hooray for all of you, except the attorneys. James was pretty clear about that part. It takes an entire village to be named the fastest growing firm in the country 2 years in a row. 1 year is extraordinary. 2 years in a row is absolutely extraordinary. As I enter my 35th year with the firm, I keep thinking it can't get any better. This has been the most amazing career I've ever had, and each year gets more and more exciting. And it's because we're growing. We've added some phenomenally talented legal professionals, and we are quickly establishing ourselves as the preeminent firm in the Western US. Say that again, the preeminent firm, go-to firm. 2 years ago, our team was small but mighty. It was Laura Zomer and me. We did all the attorney recruiting. We did all the evaluations. We did the professional development, whatever it was between Laura and me, we got it done. Now our team has doubled in size, just like the firm, and we now extend from coast to coast. We have added our in-house legal recruiter, Marjorie McFarland Lucas. She's extraordinary. She's in Connecticut. I think she wins the award for the furthest remote person in the country from one of our offices. Now we have Pamela Mincer, who's in charge of professional development in our Oakland office. So we extend again from coast to coast. I get the pleasure to work with these talented ladies every day and watch them bring extraordinary professionalism, energy, and enthusiasm day in and day out, because none of this just happens. And I'm grateful to work with them. I'm grateful to work with all of you. Some of you I've known for 35 plus years. Some of you I'm just getting to know. And in my position, I'm fortunate to get to travel around and to meet with some of you in person. So last week was Oakland. And San Bernardino. Next week, Fresno coming for you, Las Vegas coming for you, then Reno coming for you. Thank you. I'm looking forward to an incredible 2023. We have some amazing initiatives that James alluded to, but we'll be coming to you with those here in the near future. James, back to you.
Thanks, Bob. Good stuff there. But we do have one more report. That's marketing and biz dev. So Lindsay, talk to us.
Thanks, James. Well, my favorite thing to do is to help shine a spotlight on all the great efforts that everybody within the firm does, both in our office as well as out there in the business community. And I have a phenomenal team that helps me with doing so. So a couple of key initiatives that we've been working on that may impact some of you is that we do have our holiday cards that we're helping to distribute to show our gratitude and appreciation for our clients. So just a friendly reminder to get all of that stuff out. We also have our firm retreat coming up in February 2023 in San Francisco, California. So another great opportunity for us to all get together and to further collaborate. So thank you again to my wonderful team for all of their hard work and efforts on these key initiatives with the onboarding of our new attorneys, sharing the big news across the industry and across the country, and for helping to put on this wonderful production today. So James, I've got to ask you, did we go big this year?
I'd say we went big. In fact, we went so big, we've been getting messages that we have broken the Zoom account. We maxed out the number of people who could get in, so you may be hearing from your colleagues at the firm that they couldn't see it. Tell them not to worry, this is recorded, but hey, that's what happens when you have growth. So pretty amazing. All I can ask you, Lindsay, is now that, first of all, we can call her a TV producer on top of everything else she does, but you have upped the bar so high now. Where do we go from here?
Well, the good news is we've got a year to plan it. But
All right.
I hear the music. I think they're kicking us off.
Oh, there it is. They're playing us out. All right. Well, stay tuned for next year. Until then, happy holidays to all of you, and we wish you a wonderful 2023. We'll see ya. Take care, everyone. Come on out.